You're listening to the Bathtub Refinishing Podcast. Powered by BathTubGuys Refinishing. We discuss the refinishing industry, interview owners and operators, and give tips to business owners and entrepreneurs. Now, here's your host, Daniel Montalvo.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Bathtub Refinishing Podcast. I'm very happy and excited to have another Danny here.
Yep.
We have Danny from Aliiance Bath Reglazing.
Yes, sir.
Who took the time and flew out all the way over here to Florida to be on the show.
Yes, sir.
So
had to do it live, bro. Had to do it live.
And we're very excited because me and Jonathan have been following you for a minute, man. Like we were talking about a little bit before. I think you're one of the guys that's literally like just been on the social media thing and like pushing it and doing a good job. So it's an honor to have you here. We're excited.
Thank you, man. I appreciate being here, bro. I mean, this is our industry, man. I'd love to know more folks in this industry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So one of the things that we're dying to know, this is kind of a question that me and him have talked about a million times, is how did you get into the bathtub refinishing industry?
That's a long story, bro.
Let's go back.
Yeah, give us.
I'll give you the skinny on how we got into it.
Okay, cool.
So I met her at a company that did refinishing.
Okay.
Right. I met her there, and that's where I started to be a technician. And through the ranks, I was a prepper, became a technician, became a sales rep. Then from sales rep, they moved me up to general manager. 15 years later, I told her, hey, it's time to jump. It's time to jump and start our own thing, man. I mean, we're doing it. We've been doing it. It's time to do it by ourselves. And 6 years later, here we are, bro.
That's awesome.
You know what I mean?
Nice.
I told her we're going to roll the dice. We're going to roll the dice, and if we have to work at Walmart or Burger King because this doesn't work out, it is what it is. But we did it, bro.
Either way, you're working, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So I think like everybody has their different like walk of life of how they got to that point and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's one of the things I've always like talked to him about from the beginning. It's like you have to just start. It's the same thing with, am I struggling with advertising? What are you doing? Half the guys are like, I'm not doing anything. Well, how the fuck do you expect to grow if you're not even starting?
Yo, man.
And so risk, reward, it's like a common trend,
100%, bro. 100%.
And this industry helps. Mm-hmm. This is an industry that you're able to get into without so much overhead in the beginning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the reason why I took this route to begin with. Not only was it one of my only options, but, I'm glad that it worked out because some construction industry, some type of professions require a lot more overhead to get started. And it can be daunting. But as long as you can afford a kit and get started, you can start painting your own tubs.
Man, I tell you, when we finally decided to jump and say, you know what, we gotta roll the dice and do this, we sold our house.
Wow.
Right, we were living in San Jose, nice little house. I mean, we love that house, dude. And I told her the only way we do this is if we sell it, we use that money to buy another house, move somewhere in Mayberry, little spot called Brentwood, because I knew I wasn't going to spend much time at home. I was going to be out on the road freaking hustling, man, right? And when I say hustling, bro, I was hustling like from 6 o'clock in the morning to 12 o'clock at night every day, bro. We sold our house. We bought a truck. I convinced my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law to take the jump with us, take the risk. So actually, it's 4 of us, right? I'm part of a team that is outstanding, bro. Right? I think I like to look at us like Voltron. You know what I mean? We each had different tools that each one had separately to its own, right? And we put all those tools together, bro. And no one out there in the Bay Area can touch us.
You get the best out of every single person, right?
Best out of every single person.
And you're playing to their strengths, and that's
everybody's strengths, man. And the best thing is they allow me to do what I'm good at. Is connecting with people, talking with people, chopping it up. Anybody who comes within my circle, man, I try to make them or leave them better.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna come work for me, you're not just gonna come work for a company. You're gonna work for someone who's actually out there with you, who's leading, who cares for you, who wants the best for you. Like every guy that comes in, I try to punch in as much positivity as I possibly can. Right? I look at it like a football team, man. If you got to be the coach, right? You want your players to play for you. You gotta be in there with them, man. You gotta be talking with them. You gotta invest your time with them, right? We're giving them a huge responsibility by doing this bathtub, and I'm not there.
Yeah,
they're on their own. So you're hoping that, hey, man, you got to do a good job, bro, every single day. And I think that we've been able to find a niche with our training program. With my brother-in-law Richard, man, he I don't give him a lot of credit, as much as I should, because I'm very stubborn. But he gets the guys, he trains them, he molds them, he goes out, he does a quality control, right? He gets all the tools, all the material for them, sets them up in a vehicle. He polishes them, bro. Like, he details their work every day, right? I go out there, bro, and I do the selling, I do the talking, I do the coaching. I'm the one in the back pushing.
Yeah.
You know, hey, just because things are working good, don't mean that they can't work better.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? That's me. And her, my right-hand man right here, she's handling the office staff, right? We got 2 girls in the office, including her and my sister-in-law, Crystal, banging out the paperwork, making sure the invoices are getting done, getting sent, collecting the payment, answering the phone calls the proper way. You know what I mean? We have a system that's, I think, untouched.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and so one of the things you kind of you put so much in there, which is it's so good for a lot of people to hear. Like, you have this structure and how you kind of set it up, because a lot of people have trouble like giving up the power. Yeah. And I would admit it, like I'm one of them.
Yeah, your team management, I find that probably the most impressive quality of what you've established online.
Thank you.
Is how you incorporate the entire team on the presence all of the time. That's important because, we have employees and we have our troubles with keeping guys happy or keeping them on point with quality control.
Yeah.
And it's that leadership that I was most impressed with. How are you keeping this team? It's not easy.
Yeah. Oh no,
no,
bro.
It's not easy.
No.
How are you keeping this running so well organized?
Right. She can tell you, bro. I'm not a peach to work with, bro. Yeah. Right. If you're on my team, man, our goal is to win, and our goal is to win every day. And what I mean by winning is showing up on time. Right. Did we get all 10 guys showing up at the property on time? That's a win. Right. Did every job on the schedule get done for the day? That's a win. Right. Did we pick up the phone calls, and did we schedule more work for the day for the following day? That's a win. Right. Are customers happy when we go out to do the quality control? And we talking to the customers every day. Are they happy with the work? Are we asking them, what can we do better? Or what did you like? What didn't you like? That's a win, right? So I try to focus and push my team to always think of winning, right? I'm a little bit OCD sometimes when it comes to leadership, right? I'm not cool with status quo. I don't want to stay normal. I try to think big, like Amazon Prime, for example, bro. Like I tell them all the time, we got to think Amazon Prime. We don't want to be the same. We don't want to be like everyone else. We want to be different, but we want to be constantly evolving, constantly hiring, constantly recruiting, right? Constantly retraining someone. If they had 3 warranties in a week, hey, pull them out. Pull them out, one is one too many. I mean, you know what I mean? And I know it comes with the territory, but if we say, oh, it's okay, he had a warranty, then what happens is the next one's okay. Then the next one's okay.
They get locked into the bad habit.
Yeah. And someone has to be there to, no, bro, this is not okay. In order for us to be the best, we got to be doing our best every day. And that's what I preach. I preach that 24/7 with my girls in the office, with my technicians, with my partners with Ace as well. It's just always being consistent, always doing your best, staying on top of everyone, making sure everyone's pushing to do their best, and making sure everyone knows that's an expectation, bro. If you're working here, that's an expectation. And if you can't provide my expectations, then you gotta kick rocks. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
So it's not a secret.
No,
it's literally like you just gotta.
There's no secret, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everybody always thinks that there's this. I get it all the time. I'm sure you get it, and like they think that you're doing something terribly different from other people.
Right.
Whereas you're just doing the right thing putting the right people behind you
every day
to get
bro.
it done.
Every day,
Yeah.
every day.
But you also have you're the backbone. So we're the backbones of our company.
Yes, sir.
And we have to believe in it for them to believe in it. And so if you're lacking from the top down, it's a disaster.
100%.
You have to be on that level if you're going to get your guys to be on that level.
100%, brother. 100%. I think that's the difference between us and I say them. Like, you know what I mean? Like my competitors over there is, I try to watch what they do. Like for years, bro, when I was working for the other company, I was steadily, man, talking to competitors. What are they doing? How are they doing it? What are they doing right? What are they doing wrong? What are we doing that we shouldn't be doing, right? And I find one thing, bro, is a lot of people don't know how to manage their folks. Don't treat them right. You know, like I don't ever disrespect or come across disrespectful. I bring the respect to the table, man. Here you got all my respect. Don't fuck it up.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right? I'll do everything in my power to make sure we take care of you, to look out for you, right? We're a very small company, but we focus on family, bro, right? Because we're working together every day.
You're building loyalties.
Yeah, bro. We're working together every day. Why create a bad habit with them? Why disrespect them? Why treat people wrong? And I see that a lot, not just our industry, but every industry across the board, man. It's like, if you want your folks to take care of you, man, you got to take care of them. 100%, right? I mean, you got to look out for them. Like, I'm a counselor. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I'm a advisor. I'm a mental support program. I mean, whatever it is I got to be to make sure I get you out of your bed and come work and do your best, right? That's who I am.
That's absolutely. I embody that mindset. He knows that too. I'm all about the team leadership. I took that. That's all I really know, though, to be fair.
Yeah.
I learned all that in the military.
Right on.
So I was 17 and I started this. So I don't really have another way to base the way I run my company. It works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't work because I've lacked the discipline to correct things when they need to be corrected. I can tend to be a little too lenient. And as a new business owner, I've learned we're not doing that shit no more.
It's straight up, bro. It's like, honestly, bro, it's all about negative and positive for me, right? If something is bringing out the negative in me, I try to push that to the side, right? And a lot of the negative comes from procrastinating. Like, if I didn't win today, it's because I procrastinated on something, right? So I try to push that negative out the way. If it needs to get done, I got to get it done now. And if I can't do it, I hit up my team and say, team, this is what needs to get done. And 9 times out of 10, bro, my team is
on it,
unstoppable, bro. You know, they list that, you know, sometimes I get on their nerves, or the most part I get on their nerves, but they know at the end of the day, bro, it's for everyone involved. Like, if you're in my circle, man, I have a very small circle, bro. I do my best to take care of my circle.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Anybody in my circle, man, I want to influence you to do better. I want to push you to do better. If I see you're too comfortable, I want to rattle your cage. Nah, man, just because you got here doesn't mean you stop. No, fuck that. We got to keep pushing. We got to keep pushing, bro. Right? And that's where I'm at every day. But back to one thing, like, I know there's times, bro, growing individually for myself, dealing with those knuckleheads that you hire. Like, sometimes it's like, it can be overwhelming, bro, because, you know they have the potential to be better.
Yeah.
But they're so stuck in their rut, they don't think bigger. They don't want bigger, but they say they want bigger, right?
Yeah.
And they're not willing. That's when I started to learn myself, man, is there's just some people that want it, and there's some people that they want it, but they don't want it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the power of trying to that's where always recruiting came from, man. Like, just because I got 10 guys don't mean I'm not looking for 10 more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because we're doing great don't mean we can't be doing greater.
It keeps them on their toes too. It keeps the guys that have been there knowing, like, I'm not indispensable. I'm not, like, they got to keep on performing and keep it up. They can't just start slacking because
100%, bro. And I think that the power, that's the power of the quality control too, man, is constantly being behind them. You know, you're not like, not like big brothering them, but letting them know, man, we're watching your work. You know, we're watching your work. And not only that, I'm asking my customers, hey, how did he treat you? Was he respectful? Did he show up properly, right? Was he in uniform? Was the truck clean, right? Is this the kind of vehicle you want on your property, right? I mean, because we work for professional companies, bro. These high-end apartments that we pull up on. I don't want to be the company that's pulling up in a truck that's dirty, have only one hubcap on, and you know what I mean? No. Hey, you're required. If you're taking my truck home, that truck needs to be cleaned. And it needs to be cleaned every Monday before our meeting. I don't care if you do it the Monday in the morning or you want to do it Saturday afternoon, but it's a privilege taking my truck home, right? You start from home, you end at home. And my brother-in-law is a stickler with that. You know, he sends out a message every Monday, truck's clean, we're going to be checking your guns, make sure your guns are clean, make sure your equipments are clean, your filters are clean, making sure the inside of your cab is cleaned, right? I mean, it's an expectation, right? Because I look at it like if I'm a customer and I had two companies show up at the same time, and one of them is, man, truck is beaten down and raggedy, but then here comes the same competitor, clean car, clean, the guy's in uniform, he's well dressed, everything just looks clean. Who am I picking? Right, just right off of perception. Who am I? Who are you picking?
First impressions are everything.
100%.
They are.
100%.
This is one thing I've talked to him about. It's like you could spray the prettiest tub in the world, but if nobody calls you or knows who the fuck you are, it doesn't matter. Yeah. So like that's why you get a lot of these fly by night kind of guys, where they might even be good fly by nighters who do a quality job. It's beautiful. Yeah. But they're driving around in a shitty truck. They don't have a website. They don't advertise. They don't do anything. Nothing. It's like, where do you expect to get with that? Yeah. There's only so far you can go.
And again, bro, 9 times out of 10, that guy is never going to grow any more than one himself or one other guy working for him. Yep. Right. And I hate to say it, bro, but it's all about your attitude, man, and your vision. And we start from like he said earlier, we start from the top, the very top. Mm-hmm. If I'm walking around being a lazy ass, not doing my job, you know, I'm not bringing in new customers, what's going to start to happen?
You're going to lose your business,
You're going to lose your business, man. One by one, technicians are leaving out the front door. The girls in the office are like, man, this is crazy. I'm leaving, right? You start losing customers left and right.
Employees can sense stagnation.
100%, brother.
They can tell when the business is making moves and when it's just struggling by. Yeah, you know, and that I think that motivates people to give more, because when they see this as a dead end, like especially my guys, everyone wants growth. Bro. I'm talking to my guys. Everyone wants. They're trying to figure out who's going to be the supervisor, who's going to be my ops manager, and we're all talking. There's only 4 of us, so we're talking about it. Yeah. And I'm starting to realize, like, not starting to. I've always known that they can sense when we're slow. They can sense when I'm stressed. They can sense all those things. So, as the leader of the company, we got to stay on 100 all the time. Have the jobs coming in all the time, seeing growth, because we're almost envisioning the growth for our team. Yes. They're relying on us for that. Yes. You know, and that's something I learned is don't take it easy when things are starting to go well. Like you said, just keep on grinding, because it'll slow down quick.
I am I don't like complacency, bro. Mm-hmm. You know, and I don't get me wrong though. I can become complacent, but that's a battle within myself. But you hit it out the park, bro. I mean, your employees see that.
One thing I noticed about your company that he's doing different than most, you got 401k.
Yeah.
That's 401k. That's not easy to afford. Cool.
You know? Hey, bro, we take our pride in we want to. I can't speak for you guys, but I know for me and my team, we want to be the best. Exactly. We want to do the best. I want to be the biggest fucking reglazing company in the world, right? That's my idea. Now, I can't get there with just words, right? I can't get there with just saying. I'm out there grinding and hustling every day. And I tell my guys, you may not see me every day no more, right? But believe me, if you don't see me, Believe it when I tell you, I'm always working, bro. I'm always hustling. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Instagram. I'm calling people. I'm messaging people. I'm texting people. Back again, I'm calling people. I'm texting people all day, every day. I get on her nerves. I mean, she had to slow me down for the last 2 years. I had to put it kind of in third gear, man, because I was working overdrive, bro.
I answer sales calls sometimes when places I'm not supposed to be, but I tell her, I'm like, you want this life or what? Like that's how it is sometimes. You got to take it when it's there.
100%.
Like we did a project in Puerto Rico, and that completely came about like on the way to dinner at like 7:30 at night.
I gotta talk to you about
Someone
that.
called me.
So how'd you explain that, bro? So
They called me
from Puerto Rico.
Yeah,
no shit.
they were like,
I don't know how he does it.
nice,
He gets
bro.
the craziest calls.
all right. So here's the thing. One of the things I feel like it goes back to what I said. If you don't put yourself out there, then no one cares, right? I put up every single hotel that I've worked with online.
Nice.
So like, you have Safe Step, which is a national company that does like hotel bathtub refinishing.
Yeah.
They'll put like proud, partner of Hilton.
Yeah.
But they don't tell you which Hiltons they've worked at. I put up the property address, and if people ask me, I have a list ready to go of people they could contact at the hotel.
Right on.
To verify like, oh yeah, these people are the ones that work there. So when people search up like commercial bathtub refinishing or hotel bathtub refinishing, like our page doesn't just have logos, like it has the properties on there. And they see this giant list of places we've worked. I mean, we've gone to the Virgin Islands. We went to Puerto Rico last year. We were there for 3 weeks. We've been to Tennessee. We went to Virginia Beach.
Nice. Bro.
We've done some cool projects.
So when you're out there doing it, like, for example, if you're out there in Tennessee doing all the jobs out there, who's over here?
I always try to work it out in a way where I have either some crew here. I might have to sub it sometimes. Yeah. Which I don't mind subbing residential jobs because the subcontractors that I have are particularly like very like detail oriented, so they do a good job. Like I don't feel like I need to quality control them. Yeah. And they get paid by percentage. Yeah. And then I'll have my guys go and do the project. Okay. And whatever's left of the residential usually ends up paying for the labor of that project. So once that check comes in, it's minus material, you're good. Yeah. So I try to always just keep things going. Now, sometimes I have to do the opposite, where like in Puerto Rico, I just had an issue where a couple guys left because they were just doing bullshit. Yeah. And that's one thing I do want to touch on a little bit. Yeah. But, I was kind of stuck. I had Jonathan literally come on the podcast, and at the end of the show, I'm like, do you want to come to Puerto Rico? And he was like, yeah. That's
cool, bro.
What was it, like a week later? We signed off on it.
Why not?
But Puerto Rico was jacuzzi conversions.
You ever done
So
that?
we brought a whole crew. No. I brought, 3 guys? Mm-hmm. I brought 3 guys who have never done a single one before. Yeah. We trained day one. I was in the field, though, the whole time. Yeah, I was jobbing with those boys.
Yeah, you got to,
But
bro.
we learned, my whole team learned conversions from one project, and we started coming back and making money on it.
Do you know what they are?
No.
So the jacuzzi conversions are basically you remove the jet modules and then you seal off the holes.
Okay.
But we do it in a way where I'll feel comfortable telling you off camera. I don't want to talk about it now, but it's because like it's a process that my father did like years and years ago, and he came up with it himself. Okay. And once I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh, that's a no-brainer. But it's one of those things where he told me not to tell anybody except for people I really trust. And I there's other people out here.
Because it's actually durable.
But it's a very niche service. Gotcha. And so something like that in particular, like Puerto Rico, they were just like, we can't trust anybody with this. Like some companies say they can do it, but they've never done it. Other ones say that they can do it. They did a demo and it sucks and it's breaking already. Yeah. You guys are the ones that come highly recommended for this. Yeah. So, it comes out in a way where it's like extremely durable. Yeah. But that's what it is. And we did 96 rooms over there. I charged them $1,000 a room.
Wow.
Commercial,
bro.
Yeah.
And they paid for accommodations.
Nice, and they paid for accommodations on site. We
stayed at the resort.
It was a Hyatt Regency in Rio Grande, and it used to be the Trump International Golf Course. And they have luxury villas there.
Yeah, that shit was fire.
They tried to take us into an Airbnb in the mountain, and I'm like, our contract says on-site accommodations. Yeah. So they put us in the luxury villas. Nice, so we were there for 3 weeks. It was cool, man. It was a good experience.
How many were you guys banging out a day?
On average, because he was he
refinishing them as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah, they were giant jacuzzis too. Yeah. They were probably like double size of standard garden tub. Yeah. So they were probably about 7 feet wide. Mm-hmm. by 7 by 5 feet wide each. We were knocking out in the beginning about 7, but towards the end we started knocking out between 10 to 12 a day.
Oh shit, bro!
How
many guys?
Between three, four, five.
Damn.
So I had my guy Ralph, who had done it before. He's done it in Virginia. He's done it in Tennessee. He's done 1,000 of them here.
Yeah.
I had him go just to train his guys. Because I had to keep someone here keeping this thing going.
Yeah.
So I kept my other guy here, and I'm like, Ralph, you're coming to Puerto Rico, which he loves.
And
that type of shit.
that's how our relationship took off. Mm-hmm. You mentioned earlier you were looking for someone like you could do something similar with. Well, I was just getting into the game. I'm just getting tired of residential, going crazy with it, trying to get leads every day. I was trying to narrow in how to get the commercial work. He took me on that project, and it ended up helping us all out because you subbed the majority of it to us. Mm-hmm. And you brought your one guy. Your residential kept going. Mm-hmm. I got put on the map. And so it was a win-win.
And he started piling up those residential jobs for when he came back.
I had a month worth of work when we came back.
He was able to take up an extra person, too.
Right.
And then another thing with the relationship was I probably couldn't afford net 30 back then.
Okay.
I paid him
so
up front.
he paid me up front. He absorbed the net 30 payout from the hotel, paid me up front because if my guys aren't doing residential, I have no cash flow coming in. We talked about that all up front.
You got to give people a chance, man.
Yes.
Yep. I'm all about that. Like
100%, bro.
Just the fact that, look, the way I see it is like it's maybe it's not even, but it's still transaction for transaction.
Yes.
He came on my stupid podcast and like gave his time to talk with me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I was like, I got a golden opportunity here. He's saying he wants it. Let's see.
Right on,
you know?
bro.
And he crazy enough. Once I saw him at the airport, I'm like, all right, I guess it's happening.
Hey, so it was love at first sight,
yeah,
huh?
man. That's crazy. And
we heard that out, bro. It's a bromance.
It was. I mean, we had issues and hiccups and stuff, but for the most part,
it comes
like
with the territory, bro.
We got it done. They haven't called back.
It worked out because Danny was handling all of the managerial admin stuff between the hotel, the representation of the company, the back and forth with the engineer.
Yeah.
I was handling all of the ops, so I was refinishing with the guys, but managing the project. It's in itself. But my partner, he came with us. My father, he's all Puerto Rican, so he was handling anything ops related that wouldn't take me away from the actual work.
Okay.
He was getting the contractors to get us lifts. He was talking with the guys because he's from Puerto Rico too.
Yeah.
In those types of projects, so you can't fly flammable materials. So we had to get it over there by boat. So I told them, I'm like, I am not driving to the port in Puerto Rico because once a week they're protesting wages. I'm like, you're going to have to get someone else to do that. So the day we get there, the material's being dropped off and they just drop a pallet there and like, all right, good luck. So, and then they were doing other construction there and his father goes like, mira papi, tráeme eso para allá arriba. And he's like, okay. So he lifts it up to like the 5th floor. And so we didn't have to lift up all that stuff.
Wow.
And
it
so
was hundreds of gallons of paint.
Hundreds of gallons of paint. Like it was a lot. Between the paint, the catalyst.
That's a dope-ass story, bro.
And then, I mean, we forgot like a specific tool to open up the gun, and these guys were in the middle of spring, and he's like, I'll be right back. Yeah. Goes down to the guy working on the elevator. He's like, can I borrow this? And he's like, all right. And things like that. His dad was on it,
chopping it.
You
up,
see him,
bro.
You see him with the cigar in his mouth, up and down the. He's just walking around getting shit done.
He's like you. He's the social.
He's a social guy.
He makes the moves, the networks. Yeah,
that's it. All the guys loved him for sure because around 5 o'clock he's coming in with the bags of food. Ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's the favorite guy right there, bro. Yeah. Dude, that sounds like a badass story, bro.
That was a fun trip.
It was a fun trip. Yeah,
it for someone like me, it just changed the game.
Yeah,
because I hadn't never even done a regular hotel job before. We just went straight to the craziest shit.
Bro,
I was like in an island for 3 weeks,
bro.
We put in some. We earned it. We earned it.
Vietnam, baby.
But it definitely changes. Then you subbed one to me in Jacksonville.
Yeah, shortly after, I was too busy. We were doing a hotel here called the Grand Delta Celebration, and it was a shitty hotel. But the idea basically is that like I hired a bunch of people trying to train them, and I just feel like I kind of went about it the wrong way. I kind of threw them into something, there wasn't that time to. Basically, we were just too busy with all of that stuff. So
we all been there, brother.
I was like, "Do you want to do this little hotel?" And he was like, "Fuck yeah!" It was up in Jacksonville.
We've come to the conclusion that we're not going to let these jobs go to anyone else.
Exactly.
If he can't do it, then I'm going to do it. And if I can't do it, then he's going to fucking do it because someone else is going to take it.
Yes, man. I love it.
I just had an instance of a sub that like he like I said, he does really good work, but he tried to give his card to one of my commercial clients the last time, and I heard about it. He doesn't know that I know. Yeah. But I was like, the guy called me and was like, hey, is it cool if this guy comes? And I'm like, no, I got someone else for you. And I gave it to him.
Nice.
I was like, I'm not going to, like, but I also, I also told, I told him, I'm like, people don't get that, like, you work with me for other reasons other than price. Like, you can go find the cheapest guy in town.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be known for that because you're always just racing to the bottom.
Yes.
So, but yeah, man, we've worked together on a couple projects now, and like, there's this other one that's in New Orleans. Okay. It's on Bourbon Street.
Oh no!
It's like 88 tubs, and they called. I bid on it, and they seem very, very interested. And if that's the case, he'd be probably coming with me on that one too.
Right on, bro.
Just because I need to keep the stuff here going.
100%, man. Helping each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to find someone out there like that, bro. Because there's a lot of times we get real busy, man, and it's like,
this is the type of thing that's going to make it happen, though. Because in this industry in particular, who do you talk to? Nobody when I started, I was like just getting advice from my cousins. Yeah. I was like, is there anyone that really doing this, like really going hard? And that's not a franchise.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly, bro.
Yeah. It is hard, like, to find people who are willing to even talk about, like, anything. Like, there's some people where you ask, like, what material do you use? And then they just like flip out. It's like, bro, okay. Like, and you know what makes me laugh is when they finally tell you, and it's like a reseller. It's like, do you not even know that like that's just a rebrand of that? Okay.
Well, I've seen those same kind of guys online go in such depth that they make it so complicated, like the application and the ratio. Like, dude,
it's not.
You're like taking
serious,
this to the next
bro.
Level, bro. Like,
it's not that serious, man. Like I tell people, hey, man, we're reglazing tubs. We're not spraying a Ferrari.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
It's a bad business approach. You're spending way too much time worried about these little finite details, and you're not doing the things like generating sales. Yeah. You're not building a team. You're not training. You're worried about all this dumb shit.
Most of those folks don't know how to treat their employees, though, bro. You know what I mean?
I think they just don't have. A lot of the people don't have the endurance, man. They get they go through that one or two bad employees, and they're like, "Fuck."
Yeah, exactly.
And they just don't have the endurance to break through that threshold.
I talked about this on a recent podcast I had with this woman. She has a refinishing company in Texas. Her name is Marissa, and she was
what's her name?
Permaglaze.
Yeah.
So she was on, and she was talking about that, and like, oh, well, I don't really know, if I can have people on because, we tried to hire someone once, it didn't work. And I'm like, you need to make people give a fuck, though. Like, you need to pay people enough to care. You need to treat them well enough to care. Like, and there's a big mistake with owner-operators in the beginning where they think that they need to find another them. Yeah. No one's going to care as much as you. No. You know why? Because their name is not on the fucking building. They're never going to care as much as you.
And if you do find one who cares,
you keep them.
You keep them.
You keep them.
You get that one person that's special that wants to be part of your team, man. You got to treat them good, bro. Mm-hmm. Take them with you and take them with you far.
But that's one of the things I always talk about. It's like, you cannot expect people to care as much as you. The best you can hope for is someone who's competent, who gets there on time, and does the job well. Yeah. And then you need to dictate, okay, what am I going to do to keep this person around? You do the best you can.
Yes.
And that's what I mentioned.
And that's all you can do.
That's all you can do.
Stagnation. Mm-hmm. My guys, I have pretty loyal guys. I have 3 guys. I work with them every day directly. But we're really like a team. I'm there every morning with them in the shop, preparing, getting everything ready. And they take pride in that because they feel like valued.
Yeah, bro.
If you can't treat them like an employee, this is too small. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And the margins aren't the same as like if you were a licensed electrician. There's no credentialing when it comes to our craft. Yeah. And when there's no credentialing, it's pretty much you just charge whatever the fuck you want. There's no standard. Yeah. So I feel like our margins in our industry can be much lower. So your guys can't be going back to callbacks all the time. You just don't make enough for that. You know what I mean? A plumber came to my house yesterday and charged me $180 for 30 minutes of telling me what was wrong.
Oh.
Can we do that? Hell no. We have to go finish that whole tub, to make any money. Yeah. There's different, so that's how I look at it. Like, your team needs to be on point. Because the margins in this industry aren't necessarily easy to become very, very profitable. You can get a business going, you can make some money, but if you're trying to reach that next level, you need to get creative.
Yeah. And man, that's what we try to do. We try to get creative, especially with our technicians, man. We create games, right? Incentivize them, rewards, breakfasts, lunch, dinners.
It's the rewards, man. They love
this
that.
One that my wife found was, I think she was scrolling through like a TikTok, and it was some lady that, ask your people what they're into. Like, what do you like? What do you drink? What do you eat? Right? And then reward them with that, the things that they actually value. Like one person was movies and a dinner, no problem. You went the whole week without a warranty. Here goes a dinner. Here goes a bottle of tequila or whatever it is. It's going to make them just a little bit more happier, man. Make them know that we're paying attention.
It's customized to them.
Yeah, he did
That's
that.
literally what I sent you the pictures. So,
Yes, sir.
like for a long time, I have a tech of mine named Damon, and he has 2 kids, and he's like a single father of 2.
Yeah. Oh.
And he's just like, oh, these kids keep telling me they want to go to Disney, man, and I'm saving up for it. And I was just like, okay, perfect opportunity. And he's been doing killer for like a month. Right so I bought him 3-day tickets for him and his kids. They can go whenever they want.
Right on,
and I was like, you know what? Like,
that goes a long way.
Yeah,
bro.
and he was teared up a little bit.
Bro,
like,
that's awesome.
And
a lot of our guys in this industry aren't getting that, bro.
Yeah, they're not.
You're practically 90% of the time, unless you're an established business like you with multiple, in both of you actually, but anyone in my realm or below me, a single operator, there's no benefits. You're getting paid to go do that exact tub, and we're not paying you till it's done, and it better be done right. It's like, and I come from a world of the military with great benefits. Yeah. So, so coming into this, I'm like, man, it's a struggle. So you have to find a way, something, and that's where I'm at. Yeah. I'm trying to find a way to, in my company, to start getting that ball rolling. Trying to create that structure. We're trying to create a bigger team than just me, myself, and I.
100%, bro.
So I got one or two guys in mind, to take that next level. But now I'm trying to get, how do I compensate these things? Because I'm trying to fund the pay increases.
And
that's another challenge.
I've just been on this up and down. Me and him talk about it because even though like you would believe that I'm much bigger than him, I'm not that much bigger than him. Like we're pretty close in terms of scale. Okay. Like the amount of people we have working. Like I have 2 techs that are mine that like work with me, are loyal. Then I have Krista, who helps me with the office, my brother who handles like field operations, and I do like the advertising and answering the phone mostly. And I'm the face of it. Yeah. And then I have 2 subcontractors. I mean, that's it. And we get shit done. Like, and I don't push them to unbearable limits either. Like I'm just crafty with it. I'm just like, you're going to start this fucking job. And once he's done with this small job, he's going to go finish that. Yeah. And all he has to do is spray it. And we maneuver it around the best we can. Yes. Now I'm actively looking for people, but I get a lot of people who they want me to pay them $50 an hour and they suck. And like they can't, and they're not willing to hear like I had a girl that I hired recently who had 11 years experience doing this supposedly. Yeah. She told me that they don't etch tile. I'm like, well, I tell you to etch tile, so you should etch it. Mm-hmm. Well, she didn't do it on one of her jobs, and it called back and completely peeled. I had to send her back twice to do it, and she got mad because she was like, well, you're not going to pay me to go back? I'm like, what do you expect? You want me to eat the cost of not just you, but gas, material, and all of that twice because you didn't listen to something I told you to do? Yeah. And, it's just stuff like that happens to me. I don't know.
It happens to everybody, brother. Yeah. Everybody, bro.
I feel like, I know that if I keep going, I'm going to find some good people. Yes. But it is so disheartening when you get someone who, sucks at something they've been doing for a decade, and they have no room to like get out of their box.
No, just look at it like this though. They worked for someone for a decade with that same attitude that came to you and completely destroyed a job. Imagine just how long they were getting away with doing that dumb shit.
That's what I'm saying. I told,
know what I'm saying?
I told her at one point, I'm like, I think whoever had you like hired just didn't have the balls to ever confront you about anything.
Yes.
Because she was not good at all. Like runs everywhere. She would shoot the primer while it was like, she would shoot the top coat while the primer was still really wet.
Yeah.
And it just comes off as like a sheet. Like on Midwest, like their primer needs to be like tack dry before you top coat it.
Yeah.
So she would spray like heavy and then not wait for it to flash dry and spray the top coat right over it. And it'll never stick.
Never.
And it just comes off in sheets.
It fucks up the industry, man.
It does.
Because then people don't trust it. You know how many people call me and are like, I don't know. Then if it's so good, why is it peeling right now? Good question. Like, fuck, I don't even know how to answer that.
I get that sometimes, but I usually tell people it's like, this is a get what you pay for kind of a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like your walls could be peeling off if somebody uses the cheapest thing from Home Depot. Like,
yes.
You know, but
or why are you charging me this much? And when I had it done the first time, it was like $300 cheaper.
You're not going to need it a second time with me. That's why.
Exactly, bro.
Hell yeah.
But there's a lot of guys out there that ruin the industry, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I can't tell you, like, you know, no, I'm never going to have my tub reglazed again. It was done one time, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry you had that experience, man, but give me an opportunity.
Yeah.
Let me show you, the difference between us and them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I've seen it all too often, especially here with the hotels, because it's very competitive in the hotel market, because people will cut corners on things that are very important.
Yeah. Man.
The hotels here are used to hearing, we're going to give you a 6-month warranty.
Yeah.
They're used to it.
Yeah.
And they budget for bathtubs like every other year.
Yes.
Because people they're like, oh, well, they want 15 rooms a day and I'm just me and this other guy. So we're just going to wipe them down and spray them. Like, that's what they do.
That's all they do.
That's all they do.
I wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
No,
I'd
bro.
be thinking about that hotel in my dreams.
Yeah, we did
I
a hotel for Universal. We did the Cabana Bay Beach Resort.
Yeah.
And the tubs there are hideous.
Yeah.
Like, they did them back in 2015. They're disgusting. I'm just
Man.
somebody like really messed it up.
Yeah.
Like,
and it gives everybody a bad rap, bro.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I wonder how they get these bids.
They're
Like,
the
how are you that
lowest.
shitty at winning?
Cheap, bro.
Yeah.
Cheap. That's why if you go in at 800, they're going in at 200.
This is what the problem has become too. Is like, so everything is being streamlined nowadays, right? So like, their decision makers are no longer on property a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Decision makers are off site, and all they're doing is they get 3 bids, and they're like, which one's the lowest one?
Yes.
And that's pretty much, well, if I come in under budget, I get I get a bonus.
I get a see.
You're right. I didn't think of it that way.
So, no, 100%.
We know
bro.
that shit.
Yes.
You see it all the time. They know
I
it.
see that shit every fucking day, bro.
Yeah, they read the bids and they're like, oh well, that one has.
Oh man, Garcia, man, you came in like $500 more than everybody else. I'm like, well, I don't know how they're doing it for that, bro.
You want a good job or not?
You know what I mean? You might want to check their work when they're done, buddy.
That, and then they don't consider time.
No, they don't.
Do you guys have a team big enough to do a whole building within a certain time frame?
Yeah.
Because that's not easy.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and this is the I've preached this for a long time, and I don't know why people still have not like grasped it. Like, when you're dealing with bulk in product, you can be cheap, but when you're dealing with bulk in like service and labor, the headaches are just bigger.
Yeah.
Like, I can't give you I can't do tubs for $150 if you give me 1,500 of them, because like, what if 10% of them fail? Now you're making no money.
That's a wrap. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
You're doing it for free.
Exactly, and like they don't take into account. They're like, well, if I give you more, will I get it cheaper? It's like no, it's just more work, more material, more gas. It's more of everything.
Yeah, and a lot of people are not educated when it comes to that, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of them are they just don't know. You know what I mean? And that's a battle. Is like I constantly telling my girls in the office, my technicians, man, we have to educate our customers.
Yeah.
Right. We have to tell them what to look for, what not to look for. Right. Yeah, man, that's just one thing I always see, especially in the apartment industry, man. They don't know what they don't know. They're trying to save money, trying to get their budget down as minimal as possible, get the cheapest work out there, but yet 6 months later they're having to do it all over again.
Yeah, and the thing is, they become more hesitant to pay more later too, because they just had a bad experience, and they're like, well, now we don't have the budget for it.
Well, no, but now they got to pay more, bro, because now they got to pay me to strip all that old stuff off. They got to pay me 2, 3, 4 hours on a tub extra just to get all that stuff off there and then start from scratch.
And I'm sure you've had the people that literally will say, well, we just got it done and it didn't work out. So
every day, bro. Every day.
Yeah, and then it's like, well, you want it cheaper now that it's more work too? Yeah. It's like... Yeah, I get that stuff all the time.
All the time, bro. All the time. Hey, bro, I'm ruthless. I call my competition and be like, bro, raise your prices. Homie.
Stuff like that.
Homie, raise your prices.
I tried doing that once, and the guy was like, he's like, well, it's just me, and so, like, this is enough. And I'm just like, all right, like, I guess. Like, I don't know what you want me to tell you.
I call them. I'm pretending like I'm someone just to get their prices. And like, oh, I'll do a residential tub for X amount. I'm like, bro, you're only doing it for that much? What are you doing? How are you making money?
They're not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're working day to day, bro.
This is something that I tell I have a sub that's like, it's like when you break down everything at the end of the day, that's, you got to account for advertising, gas, all that stuff. I have a sub who refuses to work under me. He wants to just sub and work. But he says he'll supply everything and it'll be 50-50. And I'm like, after expenses, he's making less money.
Oh, man.
He doesn't get it.
Oh, no.
I'm like, if you just worked with me every day, paying what I pay a top sprayer, which like top off is at $30 an hour.
You'll make more money as an employee.
Like, he doesn't have to worry about gas. He's not putting wear and tear on his vehicle. He's using my equipment, my supplies, my material, everything. He's going to be bringing in way more money.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't compute with it.
Some folks don't.
They like to see the number. Bro. They like to see the number. It's a mental thing.
Pride, too.
Yeah, that's part of it, too.
Pride.
I will say, yeah.
Pride.
But, I mean, if you're not going to follow through, then you might as well just join the team, brother. Like, if you're not going to go really do it, then you might as well just join a team that is.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it is, you're right. You do the numbers, man. Like, consistently, if I keep my top guy busy every day, 5 days a week, he's making more money than a non-busy contractor.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah. How often do you guys do residential jobs, like homes?
All the time.
Yeah.
Every day, yeah.
Right on, bro. You guys do quality controls for those, or?
Me.
You do it?
Yep.
Right on.
And so what I usually do is I try to go do the repairs. I don't always do them, but I go, because my team is so small, I don't like to stop revenue. Yeah. So I'll actually go and touch up and make the client feel comfortable and explain what happened. Yeah. But because I'd look at it like, if I send him to go do their repair, I'm not making any money. Yeah. So I'll send him to go start another job, but we'll discuss the repair. Okay. And they don't. What I've relayed to my guys is I don't preach like, oh, we got $1 million in the bank, bro. We're good. I'm not telling you right now. If you fuck up, we're gonna be hurt next week, dog. Like, so don't. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, you need the money.
Don't suck.
You
bro.
Like getting paid, because if you jack me up too much, I can't afford you.
No. Yeah.
And they know that. I've kept it very transparent from the beginning, so I don't have to go back too much.
Yeah. I luckily I have a couple guys who are really, really, really good at like what they do. And like they themselves will, like, if they fuck up, they tell me and they tell the client, and they're like, I'm gonna come back tomorrow. Yeah. And so like, but I do need to get better about the quality control. Normally in hotels, I'm doing that. Yeah. Like I'm behind every room. Yeah. Because it's so much volume. Yeah. But like residentials, the guys that I have, they don't require that much supervision. Like, but I do know as I grow, it's gonna be a thing. I can't expect everyone to be as good as they are. Yeah. You know, and like there's always gonna be variations in like ability, quality, and stuff like that. That's something I did want to ask you. So how exactly do you go about, do you have a person dedicated to that?
To what, residential?
Like quality control.
Yeah. So we had two guys who did quality control and sales, right? So their job was specifically to drive around every day, check out jobs, right? Sometimes if the touch-ups were minor enough, they would touch them up themselves. But if they were big and they weren't too comfortable, especially residential, we send the technician back out the following day. Okay.
And so when something like that happens, this is a question like, so what do you deem as like fair compensation for something like that?
For
quality control.
It's like a pay structure.
Because you're already paying the technician to do the initial job. So like, is that kind of why? Because I remember we talked briefly about your pricing. Is that kind of why you price it higher? Is like,
well, at the end of the day, Daniel, we're selling a service, right? Anybody can reglaze a tub, bro, right? But we're a service, man. You call, right? You talk to someone, they put you on the schedule. A technician shows up, gets the job done the following day. We got quality control, removing any tape, picking up any overspray, cleaning up, caulking edges, whatever it is. We're out of your way. All that done within 24, 48 hours, right? So there's a lot of people, especially multifamily homes, man, where we're doing that constantly every day. As there are move-outs, we're reglazing countertops, bathtubs. So to me, it's a service. Apartments, they have a 5-day turnaround. So they need carpets, vinyls, paint, a little bit of plumbing and reglazing, right? So naturally, a lot of times they're calling in last minute stuff. Hey, it's Friday, it's 4:00. I need a job done tomorrow, Saturday. You know what I mean? We have the service, we have the manpower and the system to get that kind of work done. So that's why we can charge a little more than our competition. And they understand. A lot of people understand it, man. Like, if you want something done tomorrow, you need 5 tubs done tomorrow, I'm your guy. And the following day, you have quality control on all 5 of them. We'll clean up the mess and we'll get out of your way. You know what I mean? Team, bro. Team
Flex.
system.
Flex.
That's right, bro.
I like that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, that's why I charge up there. I'm like, I'm a little bit more, but I'm going to watch from top to bottom. We take care of you.
It's an experience.
What are people charging over there, aside from you?
It all depends, bro. It depends. Like, there's some guys, bro, like, I want to throw up when I hear their prices. Like, man, how the
$250?
No, bro. Some guys $150. One guy's $180, $290, and 2-month warranty, but just disrespectful, like, bro. And you go check out their work. Well, dude, that's why you're paying $280 for this tub, bro. There's boogers all over it. There's runs in it, right? There's reactions on the corner.
There's one over there.
I'm serious, man. The debris. They're not.
Yeah.
You can tell they're not wiping it down. They're not tacking it off, right? They're not cleaning their guns, right? You know what I mean? They're leaving footprints throughout the unit. I mean, that's why you're paying $280, ma'am. That right there. That's why it's so cheap, because now you got to deal with all this shit, right? Now, if you'd have called me, this would never happen, right? I'm not saying that we're perfect, because there is times, bro, like we shit the bed. But the difference between us and them is I'm not going to make you wait a week until I get out there. I'm going to send someone out there fucking tomorrow morning to get this shit done, clean up our shit, and get out of your way.
That's how you got to do it.
Got to, bro. A lot of our competition, they'll make if they mess up a job, they'll make a customer wait a week. Oh, I'm too busy. I can't get out there to fix it until another week. I'm sorry. Who gets a phone call? I get the phone call. Man, I went this way over here to save a couple $500 or whatever it was, Danny, man. I need you to come out here and fix it. Well, now I got to go over there and strip all that shit off and start from scratch. So what was normally $500 turning into $600, $800, $900, whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that all makes sense. It's something that we've been asking ourselves too, is just like, because, obviously different markets and stuff like that, but I do feel like I know people would pay more. I need to find out where to bring out that value. You know what I mean? That makes it worth it to them. Yeah. Because overnight one day, like we were charging $375 for the longest, because everybody else here was charging like $250. Yeah. So we were the most expensive ones. Yeah. And I was just like, I'm raising it even more, because like these numbers, like whenever I had to go out for $375, number one, I was attracting shitty customers. Yes. Like you get the ones that will bitch about nothing. And then on top of that, if I have to go out for $375, the moment any little thing happens, you're out. You're not making any money. Yeah. So overnight, I went up to $499.
Good for you, bro.
And it's worked out. Yes. And that's that. And
then you shed those customers that you don't want to deal with anymore, man.
I have noticed that our average ticket has gone up. Like we barely do jobs for $499. Yeah. I get people asking about the bathtub and tile and doing their counters and all this other stuff. Yeah. And like for example, like the last 5 jobs I've booked have all been over $1,000, which is like nice. The opposite of what used to happen. Is I used to get a lot of cheap jobs, and then it'd be rare when I got a bigger job. Yeah. And I feel like the psychology of, well, these people are charging more, So I feel like I can trust them with little things we've done, like the website, wrapping the vehicles, things like that. And I feel like they're like, well, I'm not just going to do this. I'm going to do all of them because I trust them I trust them. You know what I mean? But I still feel like there's room for it because I don't remember exactly how much you said you charge residential, but it's quite a bit.
Yeah, it's up there, bro.
Yeah.
It's up there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, again, bro, we're not a fly-by-night company. We don't give you average work. We give you the best from start to finish, man. When you pick up the phone till the sales rep leaves your property with, cleaning up the mess or whatever we left behind, we make sure that we cover everything that we can, bro. You know what I mean? Quality is number one. So we have 3 technicians who are dedicated to just residential, bro. That's awesome. Right? Any residential that come in, there's 3 guys that are going to get it. And residential, man, that's a heavy ticket. So our guys know that's going to take a little longer, right? Right. That's why your guns have to be cleaned, right? That's why your trucks have to be on shape, right? Because they're paying top dollar, right? They could have went somewhere else and saved $400, but instead they're going to give us that $400 to make sure, because they know we're going to take care of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We look the part, we be the part, we do the part. Number 1, baby.
Hell yeah. We upgraded with me and him, got this software called Jobber.
Oh yeah. He was telling me about
that shit changed the game on our quote presentation. The first initial contact when you first get their information and give them that first price. The way that's sent out to them is so user friendly for the client. Yeah. That's increased our sales like exponentially.
And one of the things I like, especially because we're smaller operations, is the quote follow up is like great because sometimes people forget or life gets in the way and they forgot they got a quote from you. Yeah. And this thing automatically reminds them. And so sometimes we'll get a quote approved that was sent out 2 months ago. Yeah. It's like, oh yeah, I just got the text. I've been out of town, but yeah, let's do it.
And it sends the quote through text.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. So, it can't get any easier. They get a text.
It tells you when they saw
click on it. Boom. And then boom, prices and pictures.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah. Got all of our warranty information. I don't even get into it on the phone with them. I say, give me your first, last name, a picture of the tub, and I'll have something for you within a couple minutes. Yeah. Send it out. The warranty information's there, the price. You can have an optional line items if you want to add in some non-slip. If you want to add in some whatever, you can. They can actually select it, deselect it themselves.
Nice, bro.
And it looks professional. You would never know.
Yeah, write that one down.
I even put a little picture of our service truck on the bottom.
Yes.
And like I have a little thing that says the Bathtub Guys mission statement, like stuff we stand for and stuff, and it has a picture of our vehicle wrapped. And so like they know what to expect when we come by.
That's right, baby.
Like things like that. And I feel like that's been very helpful too. The thing I like about that system too is like we've both kind of switched to over here. I don't know how it is over there. I'm sure it's kind of similar everywhere, but you get no call, no showy type people. Yeah. And I don't like wasting my time on the schedule. So I take a deposit down for every job. It's the simplest way to do it that I found is like I just make them put $1 deposit down. It holds their card on file. Yeah. And if they cancel, there's a cancellation fee. Yeah. I have not gotten a cancellation over a year and a half. Right. Because of that, I make them do something. Like, you want me to commit time and energy to you, you got to do it.
Give me something.
Exactly.
Something.
So, and he started doing it. He was a little hesitant at first, but
it makes it so much better.
Yeah, and the type of people
collecting at the end,
you get better people.
You have their card on file.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's even better.
I do 25.
This
even
is
better.
My hawk right here, bro. She's my hawk, man.
Everyone does it a little bit different. So you're 25, you said 50 up front. That's awesome.
Bro.
But you got to do something. I've also learned that too. Like it sucks when you fill your schedule up with people and they back out last minute, or I already got it done. It's like, well, have the courtesy to tell someone, man.
Bro, man, I'd be hotter than fish grease.
The bathroom real quick.
Go ahead.
I'd be hotter than fish grease, bro, when that shit happens, man. Yeah. I don't think that's happened to us recently, huh? Like on a residential? No. But I'm flipping tables, bro.
Yeah, but it's like, man, you want me to commit to you, and you won't be willing to reciprocate, or you want us to respect you, but you don't have the courtesy to say, hey, I got it done already.
Man, she's built such a beautiful structure in the office, right? Our girls, man, they'll call the residential the night before, hey, just want to make sure we're on. This is the time we're going to be arriving, et cetera, et cetera. Mm-hmm. And now they even got it where they're sending a picture of the technician who's going to be on the job site the following day.
That's awesome. That's
you know what I mean? Yeah, because I'd be like this, in the picture.
So that's actually a feature that's in Jobber too, by the way. So on the quotes, you can add like the technician, and you could add a picture of them, and when you assign them to the job, it'll show it. Also, what I like about that app is it's a scheduling software too. Mm-hmm. So like you can set up like limited workers. Like if, for example, if you don't want to see, you want them to see how much a job is costing, you can take that off.
Okay.
If you want them to be able to control certain things or not control certain things on the app, you could do that too. You can make it so that they can only see their schedule.
Very limited,
Yeah, so things like that, which, because sometimes people get butthurt, like, oh, why am I not scheduled and why is he scheduled? It's like, cut that shit out.
Yeah, cut that shit out, bro.
So I think what's best to do right now, I think we did about an hour.
All right. Damn, already?
Yeah. So I if you're down, I'm cool to do another one.
Yeah.
And we'll cut this one.
I didn't fly all the way over here just
what I'm saying.
Come
for
on,
an hour.
Baby.
Yeah.
We still got a lot to talk about,
we got some
bro.
cigars to smoke too. So that'll be on the next episode, guys.
Right on.
We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna cut this show, and then we'll I guess we'll go from there on the next one.
Yes, sir.
So later, guys.
Peace.
You've been listening to the Bathtub Refinishing Podcast. If you liked what you heard, be sure to keep up with the Bathtub Guys on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, or visit BathTubGuys.com for more. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.